Hello everyone, I'm John Jr. and welcome to my channel. Today I want to discuss about growing tomatoes. Tomatoes is a plant that actually originated in South America. One thing that's unique about tomatoes that is amazing is that the Aztecs and the Incas actually started growing this fascinating fruit. Now, one thing to remember is that tomatoes are actually a fruit and they are not a vegetable. But it was actually by Congress they had signed into law that tomato would be declared as a vegetable, but botanically, tomato is actually a fruit. Tomatoes have gone through what I would say a very turbulent history. When the Spanish actually came to South America and conquered the Aztecs and the Incas and such, they found these tomatoes that they were growing, and they had brought the tomatoes back from South America back to Europe. Now, one thing that is unique about tomatoes is that they are actually related to the nightshade, a poisonous species of plant that they knew even back then nightshade was poisonous. The tomato they found was actually related to the nightshade. They didn't have a lot of knowledge to decide whether or not is this nightshade relative safe to eat or is it poisonous. So for many centuries, they actually declared the nightshade, well, the tomato, they would call it love apples. They would grow these as more of ornamental type of fruits. Italians and other cultures would actually start to add tomatoes into their foods. Tomatoes came to the United States during the time of the Pilgrims. When they were coming to the New World and such, they brought tomatoes with them, and they were still considered as poisonous. Now, it has been heard that Thomas Jefferson began to grow the tomato, and it is believed that he actually grew this in his garden, and he actually ate them, and they had no problems. People still did not believe that the tomato was safe to eat until Colonel Johnson, back in the 1800s, decided that he was going to basically sit on the porch of the courthouse, and he actually ate a whole bushel of tomatoes. Now, what was fascinating about this is that people watched. Even the doctors, were saying that he was going to die because of this. But to everyone's surprise, Colonel Johnson did not die. And the myth of the tomato being poisonous, even though it is a relative of the nightshade, it actually went away.